Congressman, nice to have you here. And let's talk about why you support Paul Ryan for Speaker and the type of leader you hope he's going to be for your party.
Yeah, I mean, first off, when I was running for Congress, Paul was one of my mentors. And when I got here, Paul helped me go, how do you become a good congressman? One, you put your family first, but then you come here and you work hard and you study policy, and that's how you make a difference. And I think it's that mentality that Paul has taken to Washington that I think will make him a really great speaker. If you look at what's happened, of all the internal fighting in the House of Representatives, we need someone who can unify all Republicans around a common message, a common theme. And I think Paul, especially in his work that he did in the Budget Committee, is going to be able to set the horizon for the Republican Party. What are we shooting for? Let's not get caught in the process, but let's set goals and start to strive for those goals. And then, once you have those goals in place, Paul's the kind of guy that can go on shows like yours and talk to the American people about what we're trying to do. So John Boehner really wasn't setting the vision and wasn't willing to go out and talk about it, and that was a problem.
Congressman, so Paul Ryan's first big headline while leading House Republicans is going to be supporting a budget deal that members from the Freedom Caucus don't want any part of. So many of them had to be persuaded to get on board for Paul Ryan in the first place. What's your message to those people that would not want to be a part of this unifying brand that you'd like to see?
Well, first off, to the Freedom Caucus, I mean, most of them, a vast majority of them, are rallying around Paul Ryan because, one, they know that if they think the country is going in the wrong direction, and they do believe that if they're fighting amongst Republicans, you're never going to be able to get a unified message to push back against the president. And so they're looking for a guy who's not perfect, but a guy who can unify and lead the House. And so, yeah, we're starting off on the wrong foot with a budget process that wasn't good. This budget deal increases spending and doesn't, I think, have appropriate offsets. But you know what? The slate will be cleared, and Paul Ryan will step into a clean speakership and start to work on the big vision for the party. And I think that's going to be a benefit to all of us, including the Freedom Caucus.
Just curious about your thoughts tonight for the CNBC debate. A lot of people predict that the congressional budget deal, bipartisan as it may be, will get a lot of hits and be a punching bag for those on that stage tonight. Who are you interested in hearing from?
First of all, Thomas, some things never change. The House of Representatives, the Congress has been a punching bag through this campaign, which, going back to Paul Ryan, hopefully will be able to take us out of the punching bag phase and into a leadership phase. But what I've come to see with these debates, man, you never know what is going to happen, especially with Donald in a debate. But I think that, as someone had mentioned earlier, the knives are going to come out. They're going to go for Ben Carson. But what I'm really looking for is Marco Rubio to really rise above it all and have that inspirational message to the American people, not about where we've been, but where we actually can go to have a brighter, more prosperous future.
So his message recently in interviews about being frustrated with Congress and some people saying that he hates it, that doesn't bother you? In the Senate?
Oh, listen, if you look at the guy's leadership record, Marco Rubio, I think, has been fantastic. But also, Thomas, if you're going to fix the country, there's so many problems, whether it's China, Russia, ISIS, the problems here at home. You need a leader who can articulate a message and inspire the American people's heart to come along with them. And I think Marco Rubio does that very well. And if you look at the Hispanic community, which is going to be an important segment of the Republican Party to win, if they're going to win this electorate, I think Marco Rubio does a great job reaching out to Hispanics and bringing them into the Republican fold.
Congressman Sean Duffy, great to see you, sir. Thanks for your time. I do